Welcome to exercise 9B. This is the second session of the Thursday double. So hopefully you've done all of the questions set out in exercise 9A, and for 9B we're taking a look at Venn diagrams and two-way tables. On the left here in the key ideas we've got a Venn diagram. I'm sure you've seen these before, and not sure if you've done a two-way table in year 7 and 8, but essentially they represent the same thing. What you notice is the numbers in the Venn diagram are also in a two-way table. For example, the 31 we represent in the two-way table in the bottom left. Okay, so excluding the total rows and columns. Bottom left, we can see the 12 is where the Mac and PC is. 50 in the top right, and then the 7 on the bottom right. We're going to take a look at how to construct one of these in the second example, but for now, just know that the Venn diagram and the two-way table are just an easier way for us to see all the outcomes and possibilities. So let's put this to an example. Let's say we've got a survey of 25 people. Now, it's really important that we underline key information here. 25 is important later on, as I'll go on to explain. So a survey of 25 people found that 18 people like comedies, 12 like action movies, and 8 people like both. 3 like neither comedies nor action movies, and from here we've got enough information to construct a Venn diagram. Now, it's always really important that you put a box around your Venn diagram. Otherwise, it doesn't really count. Otherwise, it's just two circles that's awkwardly touching each other. So here's circle 1, here's circle 2. Let's say the first one we call on the left C, and the action movies we'll call A. That looks rubbish. Let's try and fix that up. Now, there's an order that we fill out these Venn diagrams. The first one we have to figure out is, well, if you look at these numbers that we underline, 18, 12, 8, and 3, what do you notice about these numbers? If you said 18, 12, 8, and 3, they add up to, well, what's 18 plus 12? 30, 30 plus 8, 38, 38 plus 3, that's 41, and we've only got 25 people that's been surveyed. So I guarantee you people are always going to muck this up on the test. There's always a handful who do muck it up. The key to constructing a Venn diagram is you start in the middle and the outside first. So straight away, we know 8 people like both. That number goes right in the center of the Venn diagram, and we know that 3 people like neither. And that would mean these 3 would fall outside the Venn diagram. What we then do is, well, because 18 people like comedies, that's the C circle combined. That's including the middle. So we have to go, well, 18 take away the middle number, that's going to get us 10. And that's how many people only like comedies. And there's 8 people who still like comedies, but also action movies. And that's how we combine to get our tally of 18 people that like comedies. Same goes with action movies. There's 12 in total that like action movies, okay? 8 people already like both. So that means 4 people exclusively like action movies by itself, because 8 plus 4 gets us 12, or 12 take away 8 gets us 4. And what you notice now is we have 10, 8, which makes 18. 18 plus 4 gets us 22. 22 plus 3 gets us 25 people that are surveyed. Once you have this information, there's going to be some questions that follow. For example, how many people like comedies or action movies? The key word here is or. So if we were to pick 25 people out of this cohort in random, well, the chances of us drawing a person that likes comedies or action movies is going to be everything in the circles combined. Okay, so that's 10, 8, and 4. So 10 plus 8 gets us 18. 18 plus 4 gets us 22. Now, the key here is it's asking how many. All right. So it's not talking about the probability. It's just talking about how many people like comedies or action movies. 22. Now, if we were to write 22 over 25, that implies that there's less than a whole person that likes comedies or action movies. So for these questions where it says many, don't put it as a fraction. How many people do not like action movies? Well, 12 people like action movies. We've got 10 people who like comedy exclusively, and then 3 people that like neither. So we have a total of 13 people that do not like action movies that were surveyed. How many like only comedies? Well, that's just the 10, not including the middle, because the people in the middle likes action movies as well. All right, so here we have 10 people who like comedies. So, part C, if one of the 25 people was selected randomly, find, now see how these questions now have PR? If you ever see PR, your answer always has to be in a fraction. So the probability of picking out someone who likes comedies and action movies, well, that number is 8. And we have an 8 out of 25 chance of drawing someone who likes both. Keep in mind that's a big difference. Whenever you see and, that refers to the middle. Okay, so and middle of Venn diagram. Okay, whenever you see or, all circle values combined. Probability of finding someone who likes neither comedies nor action movies. We had, I believe, 3 people outside the circle, so that's a 3 in 25 chance. And likes action movies only. Well, how many people are just in the action circle? 4. Okay, remember this one we don't include the middle because of the word only. Put everything over 25 because we are ultimately dealing with probability. Okay, so notice how these ones all have PR in front. Whenever you see PR, put it as a fraction. The next part is similar. They tell us to create two-way tables. And what we do now is we have to label our two-way table. Okay, so 30 people at a gym are asked about their gym usage. 18 people attend classes. That's important. 19 use the gym equipment. 8 people do both. So for our two-way table, there's a little more detail that's involved. So we might need to space out the area a little more. And what we do is we have to label our sections. So in the top, we can say class, and we can have no class. On the side panel, we'll have equipment. And then also no equipment. Down below, we'll have totals. And on the side here, we'll also have totals. Let's see how our line goes. Hopefully, no issues. So good. So far, so good. Hopefully, you've got a ruler, so yours is a lot neater than mine. But That'll do. Usually box it off here too. So you've got like, your table like so. People with OCD, I apologize. Anyway, besides the point, so what we do here is each square in the two-way table corresponds to one of these values. So again, we have to fill out first the people who like both. So there's 8 people who attend classes and use the equipment. So these are the people who do both these things. So that square is going to be the top left, all right? Because these are the people who go to class and also use the equipment. Now, what we notice is 18 people attend class in total. So what we can say is, well, this total value, oh, hang on, mark that up. That's the equipment row. The 18 people that attend classes, well, that would go right about here, okay? And what that means is because 18 people attend classes in total, well, 8 already do both. That means 10 have to go to class and not use equipment for it to add up to 18. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. So from there, we've problem solved and figured out the no equipment and class square. 19 people use the gym equipment. So we can say, well, this row here represents the total number of people that use equipment, which is 19. And we know that 8 people use both. So that means 11 people just use equipment and don't go to class for this total to add up to 19. We know there's 30 people that go to the gym, well, that were surveyed. So that's a total here. And from there, we can figure out, well, 18 plus a mystery number to get us 30 has to be 12. 19 plus a mystery number has to equal 11 for it to get to 30. And let's see, 10 plus what number gets us 11? 1, right? So that means one person doesn't go to class nor uses the equipment. So I wonder what they actually do in the gym. That's pretty peculiar. And just to verify, 11 people who use the equipment but no class, and this one person here adds up to 12 people who go and use no class in total at all. So this checks out, and we have our two-way table created. The following questions, once again, asks us how many people do not attend classes. So how many people do not attend? Remember, when we talk about many, we don't have fractions. So no class, this adds up to 12. How many people neither attend classes nor use the equipment? So neither attends classes, so no class, no equipment. Well, we have one weirdo who goes to the gym and doesn't use anything. And find the probability that a randomly selected person uses the gym equipment. So notice how now it's changed to probability. Whenever you see PR or probability, you need to make sure you have your answer as a fraction. So uses gym equipment. The total people that use the gym equipment is 19, okay? Because we've got 8 people who do both and 11 who exclusively use the gym equipment by itself. So 19 out of the 30 that were surveyed uses gym equipment. How many people, well, what's the probability that a randomly selected person only attends class? So the people who only attend class. So class, but no equipment, so it'll be this square here would be 10 out of 30. Now, this could also be known as 1 out of 3. So you've got a 1 in 3 chance of finding someone who just goes to the gym for the classes. Lastly, a person who attends class or uses a gym, the probability of that would be, well, everything but this square, not including the totals. The totals are out of this one. So 8 plus 10 plus 11, That would get us 29 out of 30. And the reason why we added those together was because of the OR. All right, whenever you see OR, you add everything inside the Venn diagram circles or everything in the upper left triangle of the two-way table, all right, and not the bottom right. That's all for exercise 9B. If you could have a go with the questions 1 to 6, please do all of them for session 2 today, and then also session 5 tomorrow. That'll be great. Thanks, everyone.